mean, the Constitution in general, like I'm such a proponent, I'm a constitutionalist 100% at heart in every way, shape, and form. And I say things that people don't agree with, and it makes people really mad, and they, lash out and attack and say horrible things or do horrible things. That's the wrong idea. Like I want people to say things that I totally disagree with, that makes my blood boil, that is so awful. But I want them to have that right, just like I should. And I should be able to say anything that I want just as they should. Like that's the reason I went to war, is to fight for these rights. So that's why America is or was a special place, because of all of the independent rights that we had. And, people just need to relax and understand that, I'm gonna say things they don't like, they're gonna say things I don't like, and they don't need to freak out about it, and say that I'm a baby killer or, all sorts of ugly things. Just live with it, grow up, have a reasonable, responsible dialogue with me, and we can talk about it. My life ebb and flow. There's times where I'm really focusing on certain things. Like, there's a period of my life that's coming up where I'm gonna be shooting competitively a lot more than I am now. Right now I'm 100% focused on fighting. I want to fight. I want to make a splash and make people understand that, the Strikeforce guys, myself, that we are some of the best athletes in the world, in the sport, just needing an opportunity to demonstrate it. There's not enough time in the day for all the things I want to do. Like I want to do cooking shows, I want to do shooting shows, I want to do survival shows. I want to jump out of helicopters and rappel out of helicopters and do halo jumps. But there's only 24 hours in the day. And I got to sleep, evidently. At some juncture of my life. I'll figure out when that is. Roger has a lot of talent in a lot of ways. He's not just a grappler. He was just a grappler 4 years ago. You can evolve quite a bit in 4 years, and he's demonstrated every fight an improved repertoire of his skill set. I think he's going to come out with the expectation to stand with me. He's going to try to stay at range. He's going to try to force me to close the distance. And then from the clinch try to hit. It's clear what he's really good at, and that's where he wants to be. My prediction is that I'm going to hit him until he goes down. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to look for an opportunity to submit a Gracie. I don't care. I'm going to swing as hard as I can at every second of this fight for the entire fight. So TKO, KO, sometime between first, second, and the 14:59. Range Rup, it's like it's more than a sponsory, endorsement thing. Like that's my family. There are times in Strikeforce where I fought one time in a year. I made not very much money, and if I didn't have Range Rup, I would have survived. But more than just the monetary support side, like the family brotherhood that exists inside of a military community is personified in that group. Everything that they do, whether they make jeans, they're going to be 100% American made with 100% American material assembled here in America, and then portions of that money is going to go back into the military community and nonprofits like Team Rubicon or Soldiers Angels or Green Beret Foundation, because that's what we care about, that's what they love, and that's what we do. I couldn't survive. They're my best friends and they're my family. Not only are they part of my business. Fans, thank you so much for watching me fight. Buy the pay-per-view, watch me fight Roger Gracie, UFC 162. Go to the blogs, read the online stuff, read printed media. This is how guys make a living. This is what we do. And if it weren't for the fans, we couldn't survive. So thank you so much for watching me fight. I love fighting for you. Rev Gear, thank you so much for everything you did for me leading up to this fight. Giving me great gear. And being a sponsor for me. Your endorsement, my endorsement for you. I 100% love your products, and just thanks for everything you've done for me.